legend Eddie Zondi. Station manager Martin Vilakazi says the DJ died on Monday after complaining of chest pains. Metro FM spokesperson Happy Ndigi says Zondi was rushed to hospital from his home in Ramshoek, west of Johannesburg, but was pronounced dead on arrival. The 47-year-old Zondi had been an institution at Metro FM. He hosted the hugely popular The Romantic Repertoire show on Sundays from 3 o'clock till 6 o'clock, which featured R&B classics. Born in Soweto, Zondi caught the radio bug in Durban, where he met then Radio Zulu legend Cyril Umkunu, known to his devoted listeners as Kansas City. After the introduction to radio, he then moved back to Johannesburg to study speech and drama. He later landed a job at Metro FM as a weekend field reporter. He rose through the ranks to host prominent shows on the station. Well, now for some medical interventions. You can order online a medical screening test to detect common sexually transmitted diseases such as gonorrhea and chlamydia. You can order the test on your phone and have the test delivered to your door. Here to talk to us about this is Alison Martin. She's the founder and managing director of UDoTest. A very good morning to you, Alison. This is incredible. Just to explain us the process, how it works.
Excellent. Thank you very much. UDoTest is completely new to South Africa and Africa for that matter. And what we're doing is we're providing discrete home medical tests to everybody. And how easy it is literally for somebody to go onto our website. That's udotest.com, udotest.com. Order one of our 2 tests there, and most specifically the one today is STD test. And what we're trying to solve is individuals being more open about getting screened, being more educated, not being ashamed or embarrassed for any reason. So the test is then delivered to your home or your workplace in unmarked packaging. You then are able to do the test yourself easily from home. We collect it, and from there it's taken to accredited laboratories as well as to our doctors. You're given free counseling support, free education on the infections themselves. We're really trying to cushion you throughout the entire process.
Without getting into too much detail, is it an easy test to take? What do you actually have to do?
Definitely. So
is it a urine sample or?
Yes, the STD test, there's really no intelligence in the test itself, but it's what we're doing in the lab that is extremely intelligent. We've advanced into molecular testing, and it's basically a very accurate way of screening for those infections.
And how long does it take to get those results back?
It'll take about 5 working days to get feedback from our doctors or from your doctor via our website.
As you say, you're trying to break down that stigma or the embarrassment of going and getting a test done.
Completely. We're trying to give people easy ways of getting screened and getting tested. So either online or via a mobile phone, there's no more excuses. Don't be ashamed or embarrassed in any way, and really just get yourself tested.
The mobile phone, is it an app? How do you do it online on your phone? Is it just a matter of downloading an app?
At this stage, it's an easy Mobi site, so it's completely orderable via our Mobi site. The app itself is coming, and we've also got a USSD version, which is specifically for our public sector model.
Wow. Just explain the build-up to this and the background to setting up this business.
Well, the company itself has probably been in the commercial formation for about a year, but the research went back a couple of years. And our initial test, which we started with last year, May, was exciting, to be honest. It's a cervical cancer screening test, screening for the high strains of the human papilloma virus in women. Because a lot of women don't get screened for HPV or aren't going for their pap smear.
And it ends up too late, I guess.
Ends up too late. So the real goal behind the company was to give people access and to get more people screened and educated and informed, and more importantly, give South Africans and Africans a chance at this and get them treated at the end of the day.
What are the sort of symptoms, again, without going into too much detail, of some of these STDs like chlamydia?
Well, I mean, to give you an example, a lot of them are actually asymptomatic. So although the prevalence, especially in South Africa or sub-Saharan Africa, is very high, the asymptomatic percentage is normally between 70 and 80% of these infections.
When you say asymptomatic, what do you mean?
it means no symptoms.
Yeah.
So you could be walking around without knowing any better. And yeah, usually probably towards the end of the stages, you start to see whether it is what's known as PID, which is pelvic inflammation disease in women, whether it's abnormal discharges, whether it's pain during urination, whether it's pains in your pelvic section. There are various symptoms, but unfortunately knowing exactly what to treat is the challenge.
Just give us the costs and how that all works.
Okay, a user goes onto our website, they would then be paying 699 Rand. We are shipping internationally, so it can also be converted into your local currency. And that excludes delivery. So we've got 2 delivery options at this stage. Postage works very well, much cheaper option, as well as courier, door to door, all very discreet. We drop it off and then we collect it again. So 2 delivery.
Fantastic. Well, I appreciate your time. It's a fantastic initiative. I'm chatting to Alison Martin. She's the founder and MD of UDoTest. That's U as in the letter U, DoTest. Go and check out their websites. It's an important initiative here. You can have some STD tests as well as that cervical cancer test, pap smear. You don't have to go to a doctor anymore. That's an incredible initiative. Alison, appreciate your time today. Thanks very much.
Thank you so much.
Well, we will continue to cover stories around the country as well as from the African continent, which is where our next story comes from, as Kenya is reeling from a deadly terror attack that left 48 people dead. Al-Shabaab militants from Somalia stormed the Kenyan coastal town of Mpeketoni and launched a major assault on a police station, hotels and government officials. Some of those killed in Sunday night's attack have been watching the World Cup games in local bars.
Residents of Mpeketoni, a small Kenyan town 20 kilometers southwest of the tourist center of